Hi guys, I'm Andrew Moy from Tight Lines Fly Fishing. Hi guys, I'm Andrew. Hi guys. Hi guys, I'm the owner of Tight Lines Fly Fishing, Andrew Moy. Hi guys, I'm Andrew Moy, the owner of Tight Lines Fly Fishing in Parsippany, New Jersey. Today we're going to be doing a short review on the Winston Pure and doing a couple casting tips along with it. What I like about the rod, first thing, Winstons are built beautiful. It's got the classic green. I really like the short cork. If you can see here, my hand kind of fills out the cork. It's kind of compact. I really like that. Fit and finish is beautiful. They got a nice maple seat. And the blank is super light. It's a very moderate fast action, but a very light blank that recovers very fast. And what I like about it is it's got a lot of feel, but when you want to really put a little snot behind the blank, if you will, you can really push on it to really to drive some line and turn over a fly. So whether it's delicate casting in close, when you cast this rod, you can really use a short line and have a lot of feel with it and really get that line to turn over. And as you get longer, you can really put some energy behind it without the rod really falling apart. And that's one thing I really like about the rod. So if you notice here when I'm casting, the key here is to be relaxed. The reason you want to be relaxed is you want your forearm to pivot off your elbow simply by what's happening is your forearm is following your body's energy. So I come back, I stop my body right about there. The rod right now is at you guys, the camera. And the camera is about perpendicular to where I'm casting right now. So the body takes the rod to the camera, to perpendicular, and then watch what happens. When I get here, I'm going to let my forearm follow through. So my body is now straight at the camera. So my body is lined up now with the camera. But if you look at my hips for the most part are straight towards my target. So I rotate to here, and then I follow through. So, and what I'm trying not to do is move my arm relative to my body. My arm is going along with my body. So when I pick this line up, I'm going to get the line moving by simply shifting my weight, rotating, right there, cast, right there, cast, right there, cast. I'm saying right there, and when I say right there, what I'm doing is I'm kind of stopping my body, and then if you notice, the follow through is actually faster than my body. So my body gets the line moving, builds a little momentum in the line, and then the follow through really delivers it. And what you're trying to do when you follow through is keep that rod tip tracking in a straight line. So when we come back, if you watch, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shift straight back and then rotate. And I'm going to follow through. And if you watch when I follow through, I'm kind of pushing it out a little bit. It's very subtle though. I don't want to throw my arm out. That's no good. I want to rotate tight and then just a subtle flare out of the rod tip as you pass perpendicular. What that does is it keeps the rod tip tracking in a straight line. And the more you're in a straight line, the less energy you're going to lose. Very important. Now, in terms of timing the double haul, okay, a lot of people, they go to cast and they'll start with the double haul in the beginning of the stroke. That's not good, because what the haul should be doing is delivering the line and increasing the energy right into the delivery. If you start with a haul, it compresses the graphite, and then the graphite releases too early in the stroke. So in other words, we want to watch. My hands are going to work as a team. They're going to go back together. When I get to perpendicular, that's where I'm going to haul. I'm going to haul on the follow through at perpendicular, right there. And then coming forward, if you watch, if you notice, this hand drift back to this hand. So now I'm in my firing position. My elbow is forward, okay? My body is facing this camera. And I'm going to use my body, as that line is going back, I'm going to shift my weight forward and then rotate the shoulder to cast. So in one motion, it's going to be back, follow through, shift. Back, follow through, shift. And when we're trout fishing, it's really important to understand to get a nice high stop on the rod. So in order to get a high stop on the forward stroke, we're going to use our body, we're going to shift, and we're going to think to ourselves to stop right about there. if you look, I'm not quite square to my target. I'm still a little bit open. And then when I stop my energy here, the rod's going to automatically turn over on its own, and that's going to bring me to square. So in other words, I want to, in motion, it's going to be shift, rotate, there. And watch how the rod, it's very natural to stop that rod nice and high. And what the high stop does is it gives me control of the back of the fly line. By stopping the rod high, I can now do a reach cast, okay? By stopping high, I can kind of do, like a puddle type of a cast. I can introduce slack into the line a lot easier, and I have control of the back of the line. The worst thing in a downstream dry fly situation, like we use up in the upper Delaware a lot, is if you bring that rod tip down and you push down on the rod and that rod tip comes down, you don't have control of the back of the line. And the back of the line is hitting the water before the front of the line. So the line starts to drag by the time the fly even hits the water. So keep that rod nice and high stop. Again, you're almost thinking stop right there and then just let the rod turn over on its own. And that'll deliver the line with plenty of energy with a nice high stop where I can really do kind of a frozen rope in the air. That line has got energy, it turns over, and then I can float that fly in with a good reach cast with a nice puddle. So when I do that reach, for example, I'm going to stop high, I'm going to reach, and drop that line to the water. I got a nice pile of slack here to work with to drift that fly. So just a couple tips. If you guys have any questions, give us a call. The number at the shop is 973-244-5990, and you can visit our website. It's www.tightlinesflyfishing.com. Thanks a lot.